ladies, gentlemen, bodies of water. My name is Lee. After 6 days of freedom, I'm back on lockdown. And today, I'm not Cassius Valentine.
Hi, everyone. Carl, Graccus.
Hi, I'm Matt, and I'm looking up here now instead of like down here. You've got a better angle of me. Thank you, Carl, for providing a new computer to soft replace the one that wasn't that great.
Wasn't that great? Come on, Matt.
I can. So this, to give you an idea of what an upgrade this is, I can do two things at the same time on this one.
There was a time we were getting ready to put up another video, ladies and gentlemen, bodies of water, and Matt had pt.3 open and Zoom open, and his computer just went. Ah!
It didn't like it. It didn't like it at all.
But yeah, we're on national lockdown, ladies and gentlemen, bodies of water. But you know, we can still fucking play D&D. In particular, Shattered Lands.
Oh yeah,
Streets of Mihre. This is
indeed we can.
Part three.
Indeed. Well, last we left off, Cassius was having some issues in Mihre with Gelart/Pox.
It was
some quite sizable issues with Gelart/Pox.
I just still want to know why they tried to poison him and me. You know? Because he was not okay, and then left me in the...
Did they?
Well, I don't know, Matt. I don't know. But I know that he's normally turns people inside out, so we'll see.
Well, indeed. But we enter this tale on our good pal Cassius. No,
we don't.
Our good pal Graccus Foebreaker. Graccus. Kal'Garga'Rak is probably the largest island that has been found, at least in sort of the local cluster of islands. Mm-hmm. Larger even than Mihre. It's massive jungle, thick jungle. Areas of sort of almost beach around this jungle, but the beach is just rock, essentially. And it is a place where there is actual water. Very, very rare in the Shattered Lands, but there's actual water on Kal'Garga'Rak. And as such, it's a place where a lot of people go. A lot of people have tried to take by force. The local populace do not like that very much. The local populace, largely lizard folk, some dragonborn, a few tabaxi here and there, and a number of orcs. So you will not be out of place. Your travelling companion, Mr. Travok, has regaled you with many a tale on your trip through the air toward Kal'Garga'Rak, and we will open on you touching down. There is a soft bump as the Dixie lands in just on a flattened area of dirt.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived at Kal'Garga'Rak. Please take all of your belongings from the Dixie, and we will be on our way.
I lean over and grab my pack of things and just launch it over my shoulder and hop out of the basket. It's been far too long.
Nice, ain't it, to be out of the city and get back to nature?
Yes, it is.
I prefer it, really. I prefer it.
I forgot how clean the air could be.
And it is very clean. All them trees.
With the Travok?
I'm sorry, good sir.
Will you be staying or are you departing and coming back? Forgive me, I can't remember the arrangement we made. It's been a long.
Well, I thought we were going hunting, right?
Forgive me, it's so rare for me to get a decent night's sleep these days that it's actually taking me back a little bit.
No, as far as I understand, you you wanted a tracker of sorts. So I'm not just an airship driver. I'm a hunter by trade.
Ah, perfect.
Mostly fiends and monstrosities and whatnot. Now, I tell you, there was this one time with this succubi. She tried to suck me dry, but I had to watch. But she had to go. But this is my preferred setting, either here or the sky, and well, yeah, I'll be helping you track.
You've been to Kal'Garga'Rak many times?
Not many. I've been to places like it.
Hmm.
I've been there once or twice, so good game. I mean, pretty much, it's pretty dangerous here.
You heard of any? I understand there are meant to be orcs living here.
I think there's a few clans, maybe one or two.
And do you know whereabouts they might be on the island from where we are?
He sort of looks to the sky. I imagine there'll be some kind of pillars of smoke. That.
Make a perception check.
That's a good one, but now I need to remember all the different numbers. It was 16 plus a 5, so 21.
So there is a pillar of smoke. There are pillars of smoke dotted around. There is a reasonably large one ahead, which is where you docked. It is so you've docked here because it's the most outlying settlement. This is Gugavuk, which is the local language. In the local tongue, it means frontier. So it's the outermost town, and it's where a lot of the hunters come in. That's a mix of people, quite a large mix of people. As for where the orcs themselves are, they are scattered all over the island, really. People tend to stick to the outskirts.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, you see that smoke pillar there, that could be where they are at the moment. But I must say it's been a few years since I've been here. We're just outside the town of what do they call it? Gugavuk. It basically means outskirts, frontier village, and this is where people start their adventures in Kal'Garga'Rak. Perhaps if you're looking for some in particular, we can ask around there and then be on our way.
Be good to know where the nearest orc tribe are. I'm looking for an elder. See if they can put me in the right direction. Let's head into town. See if anyone knows where the nearest clan might be living at the moment.
As you wish.
We
got a while, Dixie. I love you. And he blows it a kiss.
You certainly do take care of your craft.
What he does.
Well, Dixie's my craft, but she's also my wife's name. Dixie's my wife's name. And I've been gone far too long, if I must say, but I got something to do before I get back to her. So
that I can appreciate and understand.
I don't think you could, but I appreciate it.
Perhaps not, but anyway. Shall we?
We shall. Lead the way.
I start heading into the town.
Right. Well, you don't have to go far beyond the tree line before the beginnings of buildings start to appear. These are fairly well camouflaged, actually, against the jungle around you. These are largely mud huts, sort of mud and wood and stone. They are very sturdy for being mud huts, very well made. They know their rough. They know they're like living rough architecture here, so they're absolutely fine.
Yeah.
On Kal'Garga'Rak, and they're very used to it. There is, as you cross the boundary into the town, you immediately see a large, thick wall of what looks like mud and rock, separating Gugavuk from the thick green, brown, and azure jungle beyond.
Okay.
There is a gate that leads in to the jungle. It's a very familiar sight, the trees that you can see through there.
As I'm walking past, I sort of just like let one hand trail out and just brush against the tree line that's near him and the brush and sort of the undergrowth around me as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the bark of the trees is rough and pockmarks. It's almost like veins of wood across, and the foliage is nice and cool to the touch. Large leaves, very nice.
Oh, too long. I look around to see if there's any like guardsmen or any sort of people at the gate to call out to.
There is a lizard man who is carrying a pretty mean-looking trident, and he's got it. He's watching the pair of you as you approach. It's just stuck in the dirt. He's leaning on it a little bit.
So I start.
Giving you a bit of an eye.
I start walking over to him and raise my hand up to sort of symbol.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Good day to you.
And to you. I was wondering.
You're
if
here
you
for
could help-
hunting, yes?
Among other things, yes. I was hoping you could point me in the direction of the nearest tribe of my kin.
Your kin, huh? What kin is this?
Orc.
Clan name?
I don't know the clan names here. My people know.
Your clan name?
Broken Haft.
Broken Haft, huh? Then you best go to center of town. Your kinsman is waiting for you there.
Thank you. I gave him a sort of puzzled look, but I start walking into town.
Mm-hmm.
Just hunting for me, sir. Just hunting for me.
Hey, good to hear. Enjoy.
Thank
Bring
you.
back big game, huh?
The biggest, if I can.
Yes, good. Maybe a big one drag it, huh?
I sure hope so. As you can see, I am not the biggest.
I'd be happy to oblige, don't worry.
Well, I appreciate that. Graccus Broken Haft.
Travok, I'd prefer if you don't call me that.
As you wish.
Thank you.
Yeah, you go into the center of town. You see a number of hunting lodges with trophies proudly displayed outside. One such hunting lodge has what looks like a giant lizard-esque skeleton draped over the building. The bones are almost built into the hut. The head is massive. The jaw is massive. This thing, you suspect, walks on its two large back legs.
Does it look real?
The front arms are a little spindly.
Does it look real?
Does it look real?
Yeah.
Oh, it's definitely real. The bones have been bleached by the sun and by the sort of body workers that are in the town. I don't know the name of what you call those people who like bleach bones, and not taxidermy, because it's just the skeleton.
Yeah.
Will still be taxidermy?
I think so.
All right.
Yeah. If we're looking for that, then we're probably gonna need to take the Dixie.
Thankfully, I'm not hunting anything quite that big. Not this time, anyway.
Well, you may not be hunting it; it may be hunting us. I'm just saying.
Fair point. Fair point.
I told you, this ain't easy hunting out here. It's
part of the reason I came back. I came here.
We're in the expert tiers here, Graccus. This ain't for the little leagues.
It's one of the reasons why I came here. Been far too long since I've done this.
I do enjoy a challenge. I'm just saying we better be prepared. You're a big guy. That thing's bigger.
Yes, it is. While Travok's talking, I'm sort of scanning around looking for any signs of other orcs or indications where they might be gathering. But the fact that he said my kinsman is waiting for me and pointed me here is kind of got Graccus on edge a little bit.
Do you want me to leave you while you're talking to your brother, or you?
No. You're welcome to stay. It's I doubt he's actually a kinsman. My people are not out this far, to my knowledge. We're much further out than this.
You think he's mistaken, or?
Well, looking around for for an orc of some description, you do see one. You see one looking up at the same thing you're looking up at. This large skeleton of a great beast. He's outside a different hunting lodge. He seems to be scanning the crowd as well. And you catch a look at him when he catches a look at you, like just a second apart, maybe. You do recognize him.
I give like a short nod just to see how he reacts and then start walking towards him.
He nods as well and begins walking towards you. As he gets closer, you see a full orc, a little bit older than you. Sort of rippling muscles, several scars all across him. Slung across his back is a longbow, which is significantly longer and thicker than a standard longbow. It's heavy duty. You recognize it as the kind that that people wielded on Torgor Van.
Yeah.
And you recognize this half orc. Not half orc, he's a full orc. You're a half orc.
Yes.
He's a full orc. Good grief. I keep thinking, never mind. You look at this full orc, 100% orc, and you do recognize him. You recognize him as Surak, one of the... he was close to being one of the elders when you left. You imagine he is one of the elders now of the tribe, of the clan.
Yeah. Surak. Been a while.
Graccus, it has indeed been a while.
What brings you so far away from home?
Well, I've been gone a little while from the old stomping ground. Took a few tours through the islands, but ended up out here. So hold up on an island called Tor Ignac. You've probably heard of it.
Rings a bell.
And you have. Yeah. It's another majority orc island, orc
Yeah.
and half orc island. But that didn't work out. So I got back to doing what I do best. which is hunting.
You always were a good one. One of the best.
Well, I hope that reputation stands me in good stead here. This is, judging by the skeleton on that hut there, it's going to be quite the hunt.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Is there any other of our kinsmen here? Or just yourself?
They're here somewhere. I got wind of your arrival, so I decided to wait here for you. I figured this would be the way you would land. It's where people usually land.
You can thank my talented pilot friend here for that. I sort of gesture over my shoulder to Travok.
They land here if they've any worth their salt as a pilot, that's for sure. I'm Travok, by the way.
I can't agree more. Good to meet you, Trevok. I'm Surak.
Good to meet you, Surak, and I must say your ordnance on your back there is quite a sight.
There isn't much that can stand up to a true orcish bow, trust me on that.
Indeed, I bet. Well, I wouldn't give to be able to pull one of those things out, but well, it's 3 times the size of me anyway, so.
There aren't that many orcs that can pull a bow like that, if I remember rightly from Surak. There's a reason he was one of our best.
What is the string, Surak?
I'll take the compliment.
What is that string made out of?
Sorry?
The string on your bow.
Gut.
Very well. That is quite a thing. Will you be joining us, or will you be going solo with that big thing?
I hadn't decided. I think it might be a nice opportunity to reconnect with an old kinsman.
It might. I came here looking for an elder, Surak. I need to discuss something with them.
An elder?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure we could make our way to one. I think we could use your balloon, but be more fun to go through as the bird.
I'd prefer.
No.
I'd prefer to track through if we could. It's been too long since I've had a chance to.
That is exactly what I hoped you would say. Are you game, Trevok?
I would not be here if I was not game, sir. Hope to not be the game, but I am game.
Well, based on the size of that skeleton in
Right.
the building, that's no promises can be made, it seems.
No promises ever can when hunting, Graccus, but I'm sure you know that.
This is true.
Well, good man. The game is afoot. Should we find a drink first to celebrate our venture?
It's been a while.
Why
Surak.
not?
So,
I know
We'll
we've
look
got
for
little
the
bars
nearest.
down this ways.
lead the way.
Bar? They don't have bars in Fantasyland. A tavern. I know a tavern.
No.
Well,
It is a
talking
bar.
about
It's
a bar.
literally a bar of wood. And they just put
It's
a
called
drink over it.
It is called the Weathered Spoon.
Well, might as well get one in
On
before.
curries on a Friday.
Right, well, you head toward the Weathered Spoon. It is a larger tavern. You sense it was a different tavern before, but it seems to have been refurbished and renovated and turned into a Weathered Spoon.
To look like all other weathered spoons in the area.
Yeah, it's immediately familiar.
As a weathered
This-
spoon.
Like the surroundings. Yeah. You think, oh, this is definitely a Weathered Spoon when you walk into the Weathered Spoon.
Yeah.
Trevor, are there any of these in Mihre? Because it feels familiar to me.
Well, you have the old weathered spoon. There was the 500,
Ah, yeah.
and there was the Lloydsman.
Yes. Ah, the Lloydsman. I remember the Lloydsman.
believe it's one of those newer craft beer establishments now. But this is all we're just all
Is that the
old bars now, ladies and
It's
gentlemen.
literally just a
That's what
local in-joke for us.
not for anyone. It's just for us.
Purely for us. And I'm okay with it.
Well, you go up to the bar and you get 3 ales, reasonably priced.
Very good.
And yeah. And Surak downs his in a gulp. It's a full pint, but he downs it in a gulp.
Something can change.
Very refreshing.
I just to Travok and then just do the same. Just down it.
Travok also he doesn't do it in one gulp, but he sinks it. He does sink it. Just takes it markedly longer than a orc or half orc can do, with both hands as well.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you're a good shot, Mr. Travok.
I do too. I mean, it's got me this far, but I would hate to stand on ceremony with you two big boys out there. Should I not be a good shot?
It's a good piece. That
it is. It's a good one. If what I may not make up for in the shooting department, I will definitely make up for the tracking.
That's what I like to hear. I hear you're not too bad a trekker yourself, Graccus.
Been a while since I've had to use it out here, but I make do.
Yeah. Oh, I'll tell you what, I'm itching. I'm itching to get into those trees.
Let's not tarry, shall we?
Can never resist a trip into the jungle. Let's make a move.
Let's.
Yeah.
The 3 of you leave the Weathered Spoon and approach the large mud walls. They tower above your heads as you cross through the gate. And immediately the air thickens and becomes stifling. The humid, the tree line trapping the humidity. You hear the buzz of insects, but it's a cacophony, but a strangely beautiful one. Maybe a perception checks.
Oh, can I? I can with this, can't I? Yes! No more natural runs for me, because halflings don't have them.
That's an 8 for me.
And a 19 for me, which would have been a 6 had I have not been a halfling.
Well, Graccus, it's an overwhelming thing for a moment. Obviously, you've been in a different kind of jungle. You've been in a stone brick and human jungle, but this kind of jungle is something entirely different. And it is just almost just a cacophony around you. Travok, you can pick out most of the wildlife around you by the call. There is, you hear birds twittering up in the lower branches of these huge trees around you. You can hear there's 3 different kinds of insects around you because you can hear the different buzzing sounds they make. And above the tree line, you can hear the beat of large wings. There's some big game out here.
I think if you guys look up in maybe a few seconds, we'll see one of the big fuckers just fly over us.
And sure enough, a huge, what looks like a sort of pterodon flies above the tree line. It's a bit out of your range, but it's up there and it's swooping and it's Your sense is looking for prey, looking for carrion.
Now you see that sort of point just on his chest there. If you shoot just under it, just towards it, that's the point. Bop.
One arrow, no problem.
With that thing, I'm sure. I'm sure of that.
Excellent. You hike through the jungle. Surak pulls a machete and cuts through some of the thicker stuff that you can't get around. You hike through this for about 2 hours. It's thick, oppressive jungle until you reach the outer markers, which are where you're sort of getting out of the local jungle and you're going into the deep, dense undergrowth where the good shit is. As you go beyond that, Surak turns to you, Graccus. Just sort of looks over his shoulder. So you need to see an elder. What for?
I do. I don't know if you remember, I was on the path of becoming a seer.
I think it was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was. I want to reconnect to that part of the world.
I see.
I've lost that living in Mihre. And my current circumstance made me realise that being cut off from it isn't always the best.
Yes, that is one nasty city, nasty place to get lost.
And believe me, you have no idea. Some of the recent tales that have come out of that are worse than anything I've seen in my life.
Well, it's less complicated out here. A lot more chaotic, I think, but less complicated.
I don't know if it's less complicated. Trust me. The hierarchy in Mihre is something else entirely. We thought it was bad when we were kids. The elders and the warriors and the hunters and the seers and the healers. There are 7 tiers in that city, and each one gets progressively more covered in shit the higher it goes.
I think I'd be inclined to agree with you, Graccus. I think it's less chaotic out here. I think there's a very beautiful order to things out here.
Everything has a purpose here.
It goes and goes and goes until it's dead, and then makes more things which go and go and go until they're dead. They live and they die.
And when you die, you're still useful. Look at the bones back in the town. Built buildings around it. Here, when you're dead, you're barely worth the ground you're buried in. Believe me, I've seen plenty of death in Mihre to know that.
Well, Torgorvan has had its faults for sure.
Tell me about it.
As did Torignac. But yes, places like Mihre, they're almost too big. Living on top of each other, it's not good.
Yeah, no idea. Why did you leave Torgorvan? I figured you would have been one of the ones that stayed.
Oh, it got, I don't know, I just wanted to change. I wanted to see other things. Heard they needed people on Torignac, so I went there. Needed hunters, needed good shots. Why not? But, like I said, that didn't work out.
Yeah. I know that feeling.
Make a, so you keep going a bit. Make a survival check.
I can create that shit.
It's a 19 for me.
Nat 19. Oh, like 19 with all you.
Yeah, with all the additions, yeah.
All right. Oh, okay. So, both of you pick out footprints, tracks in the jungle, in the undergrowth. They're light-ish steps, but they have disturbed the undergrowth. They look to be medium-sized creatures. They've moved through the area less than an hour ago. They were chasing something else, chasing a larger creature. That larger creature, probably 2 or 3 times their size, but there were a lot of these things. There seemed to be a pack of, well, you're not entirely sure, Graccus, how many there are. Travok, you can pick out at least 5 different sets of claw prints. And you recognize the claw prints as raptor claw prints.
But I can't pick out the bigger one.
The bigger one, the tracks are a little bit distorted. Seem to have been moving in a panic. But yeah, you can't exactly. It looks to be mammalian. It was not a lizard-like creature. It's mammalian.
So I go like this, and then I look to Graccus first, and I'm going, and I speak into your mind. Hey, it's Graccus. One of the good things about being a halfling is that you can do this when you're out. You'll get used to it. It's better than me talking and us getting bitten. These things here, they're raptors. There's about 5. They're chasing something else, but we're in raptor country now, so get your wits about you. Those things are fucking smart. And then I turn to, what's his name, sorry?
Surak.
Surak. I turn to Surak, do the same thing, give him the same speech.
That's a very good trick. All right. What kind of game were you thinking of hunting, Graccus? Raptors aren't a bad start.
No, they're not. I was hoping there'd be some form of like great bear or something like that around here, but
Something to cut your teeth onto, Graccus, if it's been a while out here.
I wouldn't turn down a raptor hunt.
How many of these are there?
Hard to make out. A lot of them.
Raptors are smart buggers. They can conceal their numbers. But I'll trust you on 5. You seem to know what you're doing.
He does indeed.
The ones that were chasing this, there was 5. Could be leading them into a trap, though.
This is true.
Could be hurting them. Could be more if we follow the tracks.
With that nat 20, the tracks do seem a little bit off to you. Just a little bit off. Not like herding behavior necessarily. But Surak is right. They do tend to. Raptors are smart. You know, raptors are super smart.
Clever girls.
They're clever girls, and they tend to hide their numbers by moving in. They're moving one after the other.
Yeah.
It takes a very, very good hunter to spot when there's like more than
What?
to spot like their exact numbers, basically. Yeah. These have not tried to do that, which strikes you as odd, especially if they're trying to herd a larger creature.
Would there be any reason behind that?
Not that you can determine here.
These ones ain't being as clever. Normally with raptors, they're trying pretty much go in sync. You'll think it's one, and then you get 3 of the fuckers coming up on you. But you can see this one here, the middle, well, grows a bit longer than this one. this one's got a bit of an indentation on here, so there's different ones here. They weren't thinking as much as they normally think. I don't.
Little close to the town, don't you think?
Yeah, and also not thinking as much as they normally do. So it's a bit odd, but I mean, we're near him now. So, and we've been talking.
Just slowly pull the sword off the greatsword off my back and just sort of have it in my hand ready because, like I said, raptors aren't dumb. It feels off.
Surak sort of smiles wryly and takes the giant longbow off his back.
And Travok will load his crossbow.
The hunt is on, lads. The hunt is on.
You gents seem like you need to get close up to it, so why don't you lead the way? I'll take the back.
All right.
Sounds good.
Make stealth checks.
16.
This is a combi.
15.
16, 15. That's over 30. 7 is over 30. Well, 7 isn't that good, really. Actually, no, it's more than that. 11 is what it is. It was a nat 7. I forgot to do D&D stuff there for a moment.
Dungeon Master, you know.
I know.
Basically, your only fucking job, and making it enjoyable, gang. If you're not making it enjoyable, you're doing it wrong.
Precisely.
This was a message from the Alchemy Lab.
This is a PSA. Combined, that's over 40, I think, isn't it?
That is 42, in fact.
Yeah. Okay, then we are quick maths. Love it. So the three of you, taking cues from each other, remain fairly stealthy, and you move at a reasonable clip. It's about 15-20 minutes before you hear the sounds of gorging ahead of you.
I'm going to whistle in their minds. Graccus gets caught first, then Surak gets caught next. Stop. I'll try and find out, I guess. Very good. That was very, very good. 17, 5, 22.
You can hear 5 distinct sets of jaws gnashing and claws rending. Onward.
I start creeping forward slowly.
How far away does it sound, Matt?
So the sound is roughly 200 feet ahead of you.
Okay.
Approaching slowly through the tree line. When you're about, I'd say when you're about 50 to when you're at 60 feet away, you catch a glimpse of them through the tree line. They've brought down what looks like an owl bear, and they're currently. Well, what they're doing is maybe slightly strange. Make a perception.
13.
No, nature. Perception or nature.
22 on perception for me.
13 on perception for me. It would have been less for nature.
Okay. So, looking at these things, they don't seem to be eating at all. They just seem to be
just ripping it apart.
Yeah. Very peculiar. Not usual. Because they are carnivorous, but they seem to just be going to town.
Being dicks.
Yeah, it's being dicks.
They've murdered a thing. They haven't even wanted to eat it. They just murdered it.
They look a bit unusual as well. Graccus, you noticed this.
Okay.
They seem to have been. They're usually quite a sleek form. They seem to have sort of growths, breaking the scales in certain places. They're split. You can tell at this range that something's going on. Something very strange is going on. And they're not making their customary sound.
Something's very wrong here. There's growths, unnatural growths are coming off the beasts. It almost look like they might be infected with something.
Yikes.
Perhaps we should put them out of their misery.
We are here to hunt.
We are indeed.
Roll initiative.
Do we
You'll get a surprise round on them.
Nice. Oh, this is the one time where I'm not a fucking rogue.
Ooh. That's a 19 for me.
All right.
And an 18 for me.
Okay. So we have Graccus. We have Travok. Surak didn't. Surak rolled a natural 2, so he got a 6. And the Raptors, we'll add them in a bit later on. They also rolled a natural 2. They will go before Surak, though. So, surprise round. Graccus, what do?
How far away are we from them?
60 feet.
Okay.
60 feet.
Cool. So I want to creep up to 30 feet away from them.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
Stealth. We're going to need stealth for that.
Certainly. 16.
Oh, hang on. Yep, you're fine.
Right. And then I am going to cast Ice Knife on the one nearest to me.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yep, the one nearest to you has its back to you.
Cool.
So roll it.
Yes. Ranged spell attack. That's +4. Ooh, dirty 20.
Dirty 20, I think it's. Where's your AC, Mr. Raptor? Yes, dirty 20 hits.
Okay, D10. That's 7 damage on that one.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then the any other target within 5 feet of that one need to make a dex saving throw.
Okay. There's 2 of them. So I'll roll 2 d20s. What's the DC?
It's my spell save DC, so it'd be 12.
They both pass.
Cool. Let's find them.
They're quick motherfuckers, aren't they? So
Yeah.
good decks, good decks.
Need to buff up my this thing, which is fine. Cool. That's my turn then.
Okay. Travok.
So is there any sort of like cover near me?
Plenty of trees around.
I mean, I could easily just stay on the tree line. I can hit them from here. So I just want to sort of get behind a tree and just sort of exhale and just sort of stare one down for a bit and sort of focus all of his attention on that. He wants to, this is his quarry now. So he's been a hunter's market. So he's marked. That's just That's happened now. And he's going to shoot it. He's going to shoot the same one that Graccus hit.
Mm-hmm.
Do that for... Christ, he's got... He hits... His attack is good. 22.
22 hits.
Bloody hell. Like, I forgot his numbers. We haven't fought in a while, so I've forgotten how much a bloody hit.
Travok hasn't fought in a while, yeah.
He hasn't, no. So that's 7 on the thing, and then a plus D6 for the Hunter's Quarry, which is a 6.
Ooh.
Remember what that first one was, because it changed to a 6, but it was whatever I said it was.
7, so it's 13.
13.
Same one, right? Same one as the Ice Knight?
Same one, yeah. Let's try and take these out as quickly as possible.
Okay. All right. Any other business?
He's going to stay there. He's going to stay in his cover.
All right. Surak is going to draw an arrow, knock it, pull it back, and go burst. And
Oh, dope.
it's going to go. It's going to hit that same one. Actually, well, I don't know. Is it going to hit that same one? I should really roll an attack before I assume.
So I should really find out if it's going to hit first.
Yeah. I did a whole build-up as well, but it does hit with an absurd number. With 25, it hits.
With 20 many.
Yes.
Yeah. So, that was a grasp shot.
Nice.
So, we have a D8. No, it wasn't. It was a burst shot.
Yes.
So, we do. So, he kills that. So, that first one goes.
He truly makes it burst.
I bet it popped.
Yeah. So, when the arrow hits, it,
Yeah.
it kind of goes and like bursts out in a 10 feet radius. It's like a shotgun blast.
I love arcane archers.
Travok behind his rock just goes, nice.
And that does 9 force damage to the 2 next to it.
That's boss.
Arcane archers, man. Some of their arrow stuff is just stupid.
The raptors at this,
Play
their
it.
heads in unison, they just go. They snap around. They throw their earphones across the room.
That's how excited they were.
They're so angry at you. Literally threw my earphones across the room there.
You've had a haircut.
They weren't
Matt.
tight to my head.
I didn't get a chance. For all that.
You just like they turn and stare at you.
Matt, you've had a haircut, haven't you, Matt?
I have indeed.
I did not. So now I'm going to have long hair forever. Really?
Yeah, for the rest of time.
For all the time.
All 4 immediately charge. So 2 of them charge head on at you. Actually, do they notice you, Graccus? First 2. I'm just going off that stealth roll. So 2 of them do notice you.
Okay.
So 2 of them are going to charge you. They're the 2 that were hit by the burst. And they are within range of you. The other 2 are going to split and kind of, like in Zulu, where they flank around like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what they're doing. They're aiming for Surak and Travok.
Clever girl.
Mm-hmm. Graccus, they're going to... All right, so these things are nasty.
Yep.
You know they're nasty.
Mm-hmm.
So one of them crits
Yikes.
with his bite.
Oh, no.
So it lunges at you with that, and
What an
does 12 damage with its bite.
Gross.
Yep.
You're a big bastard, though, so that should be okay.
I can take that, yeah, but...
Yeah. Now, because it's latched on here, its second attack is going to be at disadvantage. And it's going to miss.
Bitch gets
18 and a 3. So it's going to miss.
Thank God I got the 3.
Yeah, you hold firm with your arm. It latches onto your arm, and it tries to kick you with its clawed foot.
Right.
And its clawed foot is nasty. You can see the claw. It's still coated in the blood of this owlbear,
Yeah.
wickedly hooked and barbed. The other one is going to try and bite you. Not going to do it though. And it's going to go for a clawed kick. That one is going to hit though.
He said it was nasty.
And there we are. It's a nasty, nasty kick. And it does 9 damage. So it sort of gores you across the, I guess across the hip. You sort of twist a bit. You avoid it gutting you, but it gets you right across the hip. Right. Oh, let's see. The other two are just swinging around. So they're heading for you, Travok, and me, Surak. Graccus, it's your go.
I'm going to rage.
Nice.
Fuck these things ripping me up like that. They can go to hell. So I'm going to try and just smash the one on my arm against the nearest tree.
Cool.
Because I can't swing a two-handed sword with one latched to my arm. So I'm just going to basically grab it and just slam it into a tree.
Nice. Was that an improvised weapon?
I mean, I would think it was probably that, or like athletics to try and throw it or something like that, maybe.
If you're smacking it against the tree,
Mm-hmm.
it'd be like an improvised weapon plus your strength mod, probably.
That sounds cool.
Fine. Would I still get? Would you? So that's classified as a strength check, yes?
It would be a strength attack.
Okay, because rage is advantage on strength checks and strength saves.
We'll fudge it. Go on.
Okay.
It's strength. You are using your strength, so yeah. We'll go for it.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
What dice do you want me to roll for damage?
So improvised weapon is a
D10. D10.
Improvised weapon is typically a D4, but you're smashing it into a tree.
Yeah.
And you are raging. Let's go 2d4 plus your strength modifier.
Cool. I also get
proficiency.
I also get an additional +2 for damage, by the way, because of rage.
Cool. Yeah. That's fine.
So that is 1, 3, 7, 9. Do you say to add proficiency or not?
Yeah. Go on.
12 total then.
All right. It lets go of you. All right. Okay. Good. All right. Super. Any other business?
I'm just checking. Action. No, they're all actions. Cool, that's it.
All right. Travok.
I am going to change my hunter's mark to the one who just got smashed into a tree. And
Cool.
For a 14 plus 8, 22.
Yep.
It's because he's an archer. He gets like fucking loads on the attack. Like plus.
Yeah, archers get like +2 on the attack. It's insane.
Well, +8 for him, for Travok. It's silly. Not as good this time. A 7 and a 2, so a 9.
Okay. On that same one, it is enough.
I shoot it through it's still on your arm, and I shoot it through its eye. You just see this tiny sort of twig thing, and it just goes, and then just out the other side.
In one eye and out the other.
It's like this just spray of blood, and you see this twig still going. then you hear, just in the sort of like 60 feet away, hot damn. Then so this thing that's running at him, he sort of clocks the one that's running at him. He's getting closer.
So two of them they're about 20 feet
Okay.
on either side. So one's 20 feet over here, one's 20 feet over here.
Mhm.
One's obviously going for Surak.
Do you climb at half speed?
I believe so.
Do you climb a tree at half speed?
Mm.
Don't want to do that. I know what he's going to do. Oh no, I don't know if that's an action. I can't remember if that's an action or not.
Oh.
I remember this being really. Yeah, it's an action to set it, but I'll do it next time.
All right.
He's gonna stay there. He's gonna wait.
Okay. The Raptors. It is now the Raptors' go. They're going to close in. The two at the edge. One's going to make a diving bite for you, Travok, and one's going to make a diving bite for Surak. What's Travok's AC?
16.
Yeah, okay, so neither of them hit. You both kind of duck out the way and dodge out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
But they are now in range to be a real pain in the butt.
Mm.
They're both going to aim kicks as well. Okay. So 16 was yours, right?
It was.
Okay. So. Oh, wait, no. Okay, so 15. So it doesn't hit. I thought that one had hit, but it has not. The other one's a crit, though, against Surak, which is not nice. Because these things.
Because he's a little.
Both of these.
Little.
Yeah, you duck at you sort of manage to dodge out of the way of it. Surak, big fella, takes 17.
Oh.
No, 18. Balls. 18 damage.
Oh, gross.
From that crit, which is not nice. And it is now his go. He's going to drop his bow, draw his machete, and take a swing at this one. He will hit it and do 6 damage to it. So it's just a slice across its from neck down to here. Superficial though, but still quite the cut. Top of the round. We are with Graccus? Yeah, Graccus.
Yep.
So there's one still next to me, isn't there?
One still next to you.
Okay. I am going to recklessly attack that one then with my greatsword.
Cool.
So that gives me advantage. Crit. Thank God for the advantage. I mean, the first probably would have hit as well. It was a 17, but the second one was in a 20, so I'm taking the 20.
Nice. Is this going to be one of those where you do like 35,000
I roll
damage
3 weapon damage dice for that because I get savage attacks.
All right.
5, 15, 21, 24.
Just crossing it off.
28, 29.
Yeah. You'd have almost killed it if it was at full health. So
I love critting with this guy.
I mean, I'm guessing, is it a bisection? Is it your trademark bisection?
No, we'll go decapitation this time. We'll just go like an upswing through the top of its throat to take its head off. I want to be able to investigate what these things are more thoroughly after they're dead. So we won't bisect anything this time.
Close up, you can see that its eyes are completely black. which is interesting. And you just have have time to notice that just as the sword passes through its neck, and its head sort of and plops onto the ground. Travok.
Bear with me.
It's not a bear. There's raptors. Raptors with you.
Haha.
You have one in melee and one
Not in melee.
not in melee. About 15, about sort of 10 to 15 feet away from you.
I want to capture one. I want to catch a bitch so he can't hurt me.
Oh.
So
You can non-lethally attack.
Oh no! Like I've got a net. I'm a hunter. I can catch a bitch. So yeah, I'll do that. I'll try and catch him.
Okay.
Haha! Surprise!
Okay. So it's like a weighted net, I assume.
Yep. Doesn't do any damage, but
All
it
right.
catches them. It restrains them.
It's a dex,
Yep.
I believe.
Yep.
All right.
24.
24.
Clamp. It is restrained.
All right. Okay.
So
does that have a saving throw or anything?
Yep. When it gets to his, it will be a DC 10 strength, I think.
DC 10.
Yes.
All right. And that's an action?
That is an action, correct. And then right. I'm gonna run away. I'm gonna leave that bitch there. I'm gonna leave that bitch there and run my full movement behind yet another tree. The best kind of sort of thing that I can get to sort of come back and then shoot him.
Okay.
He can be freed if any slashing damage takes place to the net.
I see.
But he can't do it because he's restrained. So if someone came up to him and hacked away at it, then they'd get
right.
They can. It needs to be 5 slashing damage to the net.
I see.
AC 10. But yeah. So at the moment, he's restrained until he's freed.
Okay. Cool.
Unless he's huge. He's not huge, is he?
Medium-sized.
Yeah.
About the size of a velociraptor.
Yeah.
So it is their go. So
as my bonus action, I'll make him my quarry. Sorry, that's what I'll do as well.
Cool. We'll do the attack on Surak first, which does not hit. Try for the kick. That doesn't hit either. So let's see if this guy gets out of your net. DC 10.
Yep.
Okay. He does not get out of the net.
Nice.
6 plus 3, 9.
Indeed.
Did not get out of the net. Surak is going to swing wildly at it with his machete, but it's going to dodge out of the way. As a bonus action, I think he's going to have to... He can make 2 attacks, so he's going to do that. Didn't realize he could do that. Forgot he was a fighter. The second one hits with the machete, which does 9 damage to this one. Okay. Graccus, back to you.
How far away from me are they now?
So 30 feet. Yeah, 30 feet backward.
Okay.
Yeah, you moved your movement and then stayed there.
Yeah, cool. So the one that's not covered in the net, I'm going to cast my cantrip Thorn Whip at it.
Okay.
15.
Matches its AC. I favour the player.
Woo! That was close. Piercing damage. Takes 3 damage. And I can pull it towards me.
Nice.
I'll put it 10 feet closer towards me.
Does it incur an opportunity attack if that happens?
Probs. It's moved.
It does.
Doesn't say I'm hearing it about not.
It's moved.
Well, Surak missed it, so never mind.
Fair enough.
All right.
Then, well, I'm going to walk up to it as well.
One in the net, one not. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I'm just going to spend the rest of my turn walking up to the one I've just pulled.
Cool.
Oh, you're going to spend the rest of your action?
Walking up to the one I've just pulled towards me.
Okay, cool. Good.
I'm going to shoot the bitch in the net.
In the net, okay.
Yep. 19.
Yep.
Hunter's marked. And that is a 10.
Nice, okay.
I'm then going to move another 25 feet away from him.
All right. It's going to try and get out of the net. This time it matches the AC, matches the DC 10, and I favour the player, so it's still in the net.
Hooray!
The other one is going to try for you, Graccus, with a bite, and it's going to hit. Does 9 damage.
Cool.
Latched on, so disadvantage with the kick, and it's a natural 1. So in its attempt to kick you, it unbalances itself and dislodges from your arm.
Okay.
Surak is going to run up behind it and try to chop it with the machete. He's going to chop it with the machete and do a bit more damage to it, but it would be way better if he was using his bow.
It's often the drawback of an arcane archer.
Often the drawback. All right. The machete was mainly there for flavour. All right. And next up, Graccus.
Yep, swinging the sword at the raptor in front of me.
Finish him.
Bam, 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 bam.
I mean, it's a flat 18 before I add the +7.
20 lots.
Yeah.
That is a 12 damage.
12 is enough.
Nice.
That one gets bisected.
All right. There we are.
That's
See
my
problem.
one per episode.
See problem, bisect problem, profits.
Look, that's my one per story. All right.
Right.
It's in the contract.
Yeah. You are legally obliged for one dissection per episode.
Exactly.
We have one more, which is still in its net. Travok.
I'm going to use this thing that I did not see on my character sheet. So we've got one left. Have we got one left?
Last one.
He's got to die. Right, okay. So if I hit, I'm going to do something dope and definitely kill it.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure, unless all my dice rolls are balls. Yeah, so that's a 16, 20 lots.
Yep.
So I get to deal. Oh no, I can't do it. No, not far enough. I'm not close enough.
Oh.
I'll do it next time. So I might not kill it. I don't know.
We'll find out.
We have a 6, and we have a 6. So 12.
12.
Yeah.
Okay.
It hit my D8, and then it was a 1. And I was like, a 6 and a 1, but I'd already thrown that. No, it's the other way around. Yeah. 12.
12. Okay. It's very, very badly hurt. Still stuck in the
I
net.
should not have moved the last time, because then I could have hit it again with an extra D8. Fucking
Damn.
idiot.
Doesn't escape the net. Natural 1. Which leaves Surak to... I mean, he's going to get out his hand axe as well. So he's definitely, hopefully, going to kill it with dual wielding, even though he can't add his damage to the second one. Machete hits.
Is he going against the one in the net?
6? Yes.
So it's going to kill the net first. It won't kill him.
Oh. Does it do, so it's damage to the net.
Is it slashing damage?
Oh, it's a machete.
Yeah, we need to be specific here. Is it piercing or is it slashing?
I imagine a machete would be slashing. It's not a
It's
rapier.
slashing.
Yeah, it's going to cut the net first then. It's going to.
So does it just do damage to the net?
It needs to do AC 10,
Oh, it did that.
5 damage. Also freeze the creature without harming it.
Oh. So it cuts.
I don't know
Okay,
if
so
we
it
can,
cuts
I mean,
him
can we just like?
Let's just say he stabs it. He's going to stab it.
Yeah.
He's going to stab it. 6 damage. And then chop it with the hand axe, which is only going to cut one rung of the net, and it's not going to stop the thing dying. Yeah, it doesn't stop the thing dying. All right, there we go. That's all 5. Bloody hell. Hairier than I thought it would be.
While they're talking, I immediately crouch down by the one next to my feet and start examining the body.
Make an investigation check.
Well, I thought I'd let you have that one, Surak.
12.
Can't be having all the fun. 12. P.S.
It's a hell of a knit. 12.
Yep.
Black eyes, misshapen bodies. You feel like bones are protruding from the flesh. I mean, these things are all kinds of messed up. Still move like raptors, sort of. But as you had picked out earlier, they're not quite. Not quite. Something going on here, maybe.
Surak, you might want to take a look at this.
Yeah. Let's see.
There's something not quite right about these.
He picks up the head, the severed head of the one. I don't like those eyes. Hey, Trevor, look at these eyes.
They ain't raptor's eyes. That's for certain.
No, they're completely black. It's not right.
Is there a planar portal within a mile of us?
Planar, extra planar.
Planar portal.
Not a. Oh yeah, you can sense that, can't you?
I can do it once per rest.
Have a go.
I learn it. Is there one within a mile?
He just knows it basically. Got a lot of them horizon walkers.
Within a mile, you're not sure.
Mm.
There is something though,
Mm.
tickling that sense.
That thing that I said I can't go back to my wife till I got it done.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't this necessarily, but I got a tickle in my tummy about this. Something's afoot. Not just dark aim.
Something's corrupted these raptors. Never known them to kill for sport.
No. It's very strange.
I'm gonna check the owlbear.
Mm-hmm. I would say that's survival, probably.
It's a natural 20.
Yeah, it's been severely mauled.
Mm-hmm.
Judging by some of the kind of, you can see some moisture on it. That could have been sweat at some point. The humidity is keeping it from drying up. This thing was bolting in fear from these things.
Would it normally? I mean, there is 5 raptors and one of it. It's big, but
owlbears are,
they can hold their
they're
own.
nasty. They can hold their own.
They can definitely hold their own. But it did not like their juju.
No, owlbears, they'll run from a fight if it's especially bad. In this case, it seemed to have been especially bad.
This thing was petrified. Not in the stone sense, but in the fear sense. Now, I don't know if you've ever come up against one of these, but they're fighters. Could have taken these things out of, at least had a good go.
We had creatures similar to this back home. We know how ferocious they can be. I think we need to reach the Elder even more now, Sirac. Talk to the Seers. We might know what's going on here.
They might. Yes, they might.
Or we best take their head with us as well. Something is not going well on Kal'Garga'Rak.
Apparently not.
I think I want one of these claws. He just takes one of the foot claws off.
A fine trophy to take. The tricks you saw. Which direction are they headed?
It's this track. It's these. This is it.
Right, but which direction? Sorry, I'll rephrase. Which direction were they coming from?
Well, back that way.
Towards the voidways, I see. Voidways toward the wind. Voidways toward the wind. Right. Well, we're not. It's probably another day's hike to the Elder.
Let's not wait. Let's not waste time. If
No.
the raptors are infected and corrupted, there could be worse here that's the same.
True. All right. And on that note, we will end this first part. No, third part. Not first part. Third part. First part of this part.
First part of Graccus' solo story.
Indeed. Indeed.
Graccus' spin-off.
Yes.
Safari in Krieger National Park with Surak.
Yeah. The eyes of the reptile, they're blick. They're all blick.
Like the fucking prawns.
Oh, God, that movie. I love
Have they
that movie.
infected the prawns? I hope they've not infected the prawns.
What if we get turned into prawns, Sudak? Then we'll be able to use all those cool-ass weapons to make their heads explode and whatnot.
Well, that was the entire second part. Never. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and rewrite the second part of this. Rewrite it completely. And while I do that, ladies and gentlemen, bodies of water, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Means a lot.
Yeah.
Thank you for your eyes. Thank you for your time. And we'll see you in the next part.
Until then, later.